Most people would consider bad teachers to be really strict and give you a lot of work while never letting you talk in class. I, however, would not. I would consider a bad teacher to be someone who doesn't want or know how to teach. Just generally not caring about their students would be enough. For example, my middle school history teacher who might or might not have been sexist. For simplicity's sake, we'll just call her Blondie, because she was a blonde, and Blondie never let me do anything in her class. Other work from a different class was immediately off the table, any drawings or doodles to be done were immediately dispatched, and if you made a sound louder than a peep, then you might as well send yourself over to the principal's office. What's odd, though, is that the female students were allowed to do everything I just said and more. While the girls were chatting without a care in the world, I was having my weekly English vocab taken from me. Kale, can you explain to me why you don't have your vocab? Sorry, my history teacher ate my homework. And for her next criminal offense, she stole my drawing in class one time. I'll admit, this one might be my fault. I'm not saying that I did do this, but I could have drawn in class when I should have been paying attention, and in this hypothetical situation, Blondie would steal my art, refusing to give it back, even after class had ended. You could argue that there's no one else to blame here besides me, but is it really a just punishment to steal artwork and never return it? Need I remind you that the other girls spent all period drawing happily with 0 consequences? If you would still consider this a coincidence, then I have one more story to tell. One day in a class purely made for getting busy work done, I was doing exactly that. And when I emailed good old Miss Blondie to mark my assignment as finished, she barged into the room demanding why I was being so demanding of her. She just ditched her students in the middle of class only to run halfway across the stool and yell at me. To say that I cried because of how sudden it was would be an understatement. I've always been such a goody-two-shoes kind of kid. Not quite a teacher's pet, but would still prefer to avoid conflict whenever possible. So to have this person that I should be trusting treating everyone badly, it tends to mess with your perception of what's considered good and bad. I know this video has been more of a joke than anything so far, but this is by far the worst experience I've ever had with any teacher. A lot of kids would consider this a pretty traumatic event. I have a very strong moral compass, so stuff like this doesn't affect me anymore. But it still left enough of an impact for me to make an entire Storytime animation. And I know for a fact that it's far from the worst thing that a teacher could do. So if a teacher is doing something truly bad to you, or if you know of a teacher who is doing something bad to someone else, then please talk to a trusted adult about it so the situation can get better. And with that, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day.